What's going on, everybody? Frank with Linemaker Sports here. I want to ask you guys a question. Are you guys sick of losing your money to the sports books, losing your bankroll, having to go and re-up on your bankroll every single month? Well, guess what? That's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the key, and pretty much I'm going to lay it out for you on how you can always keep your bankroll and never lose it. Some stuff that you can actually do to preserve that bankroll so you never have to lose the money and then you have to go and re-up and go back, take your paycheck, dump more money into it. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. All right, as always, guys, drop me a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications if you guys enjoy these videos that I pump out for you guys, because it definitely helps the channel. So do me a favor and do that, all right? But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into it a bit, all right? We're going to go ahead and jam into it, and I'm going to show you guys how you're going to be able to save your bankroll, all right? It's going to be the mastering the art of not going broke, all right? If you guys can hear me, make sure you guys comment so that way I know that you guys can hear me, because obviously that's a big thing, all right? So I need to know if you guys can hear me. Jot a little comment down below if you guys can hear me so that way we can get started, all right? Let's get going here, all right? So looks like everybody can hear me. So first off, how to save your bankroll, mastering the art of not going broke. All right, first thing, you guys hear me say this all the time. Stay away from parlays. You guys always hear me say this stuff, right? Always. Now, here's the reason why. All right, because I want to kind of show you guys this. Look at the percentages in this screenshot that I have in there. All right, let me see if you guys can see. I can even probably zoom in a little bit maybe on them. Maybe I can't, but I can explain them to you. So, two-team parlay, 27.47% of winning that. All right, that's a two-teamer. That's what, like, everybody is like, oh, I could just do a two-teamer at least, right? You only get a 27% chance really on hitting that. That's very low. All right, now not even talking about getting into 3, 4, 5, 6, 17. Look at the percentages that you get on that stuff. Percentages are absolutely terrible. All right, the percentages are terrible on parlays. So this is why the sports books tout it so much, and they want you to do same game parlays. They want you to do all that because they know what the percentages are, and they know that you're going to end up losing that. All right, they already know that you're going to end up losing way more often than you're going to end up winning. All right, let's look at the definition of parlay. This is a definition right off of Wikipedia. So turn an initial stake or winnings from a previous bet into a greater amount by gambling, taking a small stake and expecting big returns from it. All right, that's the parlay of it. I mean, that's the parlay. That's the definition of it right there. So taking a small amount of money, trying to make a lot of money from it. All right, it's kind of like what you do if you're playing the lottery. You buy a $2 ticket, you're trying to win millions of dollars. So it's the same thing. All right, you go ahead and you put $20 down on a six-teamer. Well, you're trying to make what, about $500,000 off of that? You're trying to make maybe $2,000, depending on what the odds are on some of the plays that you put down. Well, you're trying to put a little bit and make a lot, because that's what gambling is, right? Everybody's gambling. That's what they think in their mind. Gambling is, I want to take a small amount of money, I want to put it to make a lot, all right? And it almost always never works out. Now, you see random, posts about 20 team parlays that ended up hitting off of $2 and they made $100,000 off of it. Like, you'll see those posts. Those are just to get you to get, onto the platform and try doing that stuff, because they know you're going to lose. Like, everybody's going to lose trying to do that. Like, to me, sometimes I think it's almost fake what they post sometimes. I'm thinking, like, there's no way these are actually, real. These are actually real. I don't think these are real that they actually put up. Like, who's hitting a 25-teamer for $1 to make, $500,000 or whatnot? But first rule, guys, here, if you stay away from parlays, then you'll be able to preserve yourself at least longer than you would if you are playing parlays. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, here's the next thing, is using a bankroll. So some people don't even know what a bankroll is. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Some people don't even know what a bankroll is. I get people all the time that, they want to come into the group. They want to talk to me. We ask, what is your bankroll? And they have no idea. All right, so they have no idea what a bankroll is. They're like, what do I do? What do I do with a bankroll? It's the money that you have, to use. It's like your savings account. That's pretty much what it is. All right, so a definition of that, is using whatever spare money you have at the moment. That's gonna set you up for danger. That's just gonna, you're gonna lose it. If you just take your spare money and then you go and put in a bet, you're putting all of your money basically on one bet. Like, am I gonna double it up or not? Even if you win and you double up, guess what? You're probably just going to go do that again, all right? You're not going to get no sense of discipline from doing that, All right, so you have to be able to put your money away like a savings account. All right, that's the way it is. And if you want to know how to do that, from your check each week, you take a little bit of money and you put it away until you build up a nice, decent bankroll that you could work off of. Once you're able to build up a little bit of money to work off of, then you're okay. Then you can actually preserve yourself, all right? Because you take what I just told you in the previous step is not doing parlays. Take that out of motion, so you're not doing parlays anymore. You're just sticking to, a bankroll size, a unit size. You're staying to that. You're going to be good because at a flip of a coin, you're going to make your bankroll last a lot longer than you would, just betting spare money that isn't even a bankroll. All right, so that is very important for you guys to know. All right, next thing is going to be number of bets. The number of bets that you place, because this is a question I get a lot too. So I get some people that come into the group, and to be honest with you, they're like, I'm putting in 20, 25 bets a day. And I'm like, that's crazy. You shouldn't be putting in 20 to 25 bets a day. You just shouldn't be doing that. People think volume is better, but it's really not. It's quality over quantity, to be honest. You want to be able to limit yourself down to a decent number of plays that are going to give you the highest probability. All right, that's pretty much like what I wrote right there. So limit your plays by refining your list each day down to the plays that are going to give you the highest probability of actually winning. All right, using the odds, trends, statistics, all that. So if you can, just get it down, even if you're looking at 10 plays on a day, if you can get it down to like 3 or 4 or 5, you're doing a lot better, and you're going to give yourself a lot better shot at preserving your bankroll and preserving, being a sports bettor rather than somebody's going to go put 20, 25 bets out. Because I'm just going to be honest with you. You put 20, 25 bets out, and then next thing you know, you lose like 15 of those, then you're putting yourself in a pretty bad hole, So you want to kind of avoid that. You want to use a risk management when it comes to it. All right, risk management is a big thing. Know how much it is that you're going to put down, on a daily basis and what you need to win. And when you win that, cut it. Cut it and move on to the next day. That's another thing with gamblers and sports bettors is they don't really know when to stop. When you're on a winning streak and you're winning, you just keep playing, right? You just keep betting, keep going until I lose. You got to know, to cut it off and be like, I'm good. I made a good amount of money today. I'm good. I could live till tomorrow, or I could live till next week, or I made enough money this week sports betting. I don't need to bet this week. Because that's the thing is that if you need a number, like if you need to bet every single game, you need to bet every game that's on TV, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a gambling problem. You got a gambling problem. If you have to bet every single game that's on a slate or every game that is on TV that you're watching, you're not doing it to make money. You're just doing it for the feeling. All right? So just reassess that. All right? Reassess the number of bets that you're going to be placing on a daily basis. Now, I know I've put out other videos. The other videos are, strategy-wise of how you can, if you bet 7 bets a day, bet 5 bets a day, it's strategy-wise. But me personally, I only look to grab, 1 to 3, maybe 4 or 5 plays on a daily basis. That's me, personally. That's all I look to grab. I don't look to grab any more than that. Because, again, it comes down to risk management. Your unit size is $1,000 and you're betting 5 plays. That's $5,000 you got in action on any given day. All right? So you got to be able to realize that. So take a chill pill. If you're betting way too many plays, reassess what you're doing, and try to limit it down and get it down to the plays that are going to give you that highest probability of actually winning. All right? Next thing is don't be impatient. All right, because being impatient because you don't see results right away will make you bet more money and play more games because you feel like you're getting nowhere. This happens a lot with sports bettors that try to stay disciplined. So you try to stay disciplined, and you're doing good, you're lasting, but you're not getting anywhere, right? You're winning, you're losing, winning, losing. You're up a little, then you're down, then you're up a little, then you're down. So you're getting nowhere. You feel like you're getting nowhere. Your normal gambler, normal sports bettor, what they'll do is they'll get impatient. Then they'll start betting more money. Then they'll start playing more games because they're like, I'm not getting anywhere. I gotta either win or lose. Like I'm either gonna be up or I'm gonna be down. So they start forcing things. They start betting more money. They're betting random stuff left and right just to try to get gains. They're trying to get gains. Well, you got to realize you got to be patient. You have to be patient, okay? Because over a whole entire year, I use an example here that you guys are looking on this slide as a hedge fund. So a hedge fund produces 7 to 12% yearly gains. All right, 7 to 12%. People will give millions and millions of dollars to these hedge funds to get 7 to 12% yearly gains. Now, in sports betting, how that translates is to 7 to 12 units in a year. So how many sports bettors out there would be okay with getting 7 to 12 units in a year? I'm going to say almost none. It'd be like, I'm getting absolutely nowhere. Why am I going to waste my whole entire year betting on sports to get 7 to 12 units? Guys, that, I mean, just to be honest with you, that's the same thing. It's in translations. It's the same thing. Just, barring your unit size. If you only have $1,000 bankroll, you're not going to go and give $1,000 to a hedge fund, because if you do, you're getting 7 to 12% on that $1,000 for a whole entire year. You're not going to care less to get those type of gains, right? That's why I try to say, when it comes to the game of sports betting, comes to the game of investing, money makes money. All right, so you got $50,000 bankroll. Yeah, 7 to 12%. If you can get a yearly gain of 7 to 12% on that, that's pretty decent. That's pretty good. And then if you compound that as well, you're making pretty good money. All right, so don't be impatient. Don't think that you're getting nowhere if you're being disciplined and you're doing single bets, you're staying away from parlays and all that, and you just feel like you're getting nowhere. Don't get impatient, because trust me, if you can be at any gain, I'm just going to be honest with you, any gain, if you're up 2 units in a whole entire year, you're doing more than what 99% of sports bettors do, because every single day there are people going to the sports book and emptying out their pockets on a stupid bet. They go home, they lose the bet, then they wait to get paid again, then they go back to the casino, they go to the sports book, they go and bet it all again, or they're on their phone re-upping on their accounts nonstop. That's 99% of the people. If you're not doing that, you're part of the 1% that is actually having fun, because you're going to have fun doing it. You're having fun, and you're not losing money. All right, so let's go through these one more time. All right, first thing, no parlays. Stay away from the parlays. All right, cut it out with the parlays. You don't really need. I seen somebody comment actually on NFL teasers. When you're doing teasers, to be honest, a 2-team teaser is not that bad. It's still low percentage a little bit on what you're getting. It's a higher percentage than 27.47%, because you're getting more points, and points, they come at a premium in the NFL. So those are a little bit of an exception. That's the only one, to be honest with you. It's the only one that could be an exception. All right, so first off, stay away from parlays. Get a bankroll. If you don't have a bankroll, if you don't understand what a bankroll is, get educated on what a bankroll is and what you need. Because if you keep betting the spare amount of money that you have in your pocket, and you're betting $50, you're betting $20, and that is all that you have, guess what? You're going to lose. Even if you win, you're going to keep betting, because you're going to keep trying to double up to get to $1,000 off of $20 or off of $50. Get yourself a bankroll. Take money out of your check, put it away every week. Be disciplined enough to do that. If you're disciplined enough to do that, you can translate that into sports betting. Take your bets down. A lot of you guys, I'm telling you, are betting way too many games. You're not supposed to be betting so many games. Don't bet every game that is on TV. You don't need to bet every game that's on TV to get the feeling of, getting excited because you got money on the game. All right? You don't need to do that, because every game that is on TV is not going to give you the highest probability of winning, no matter what it is. Sometimes it will, though. Sometimes there will be a play that will give you the highest probability of winning, and it's actually on TV. So sometimes you get lucky and you get to do that. All right? Don't be impatient. All right? Just don't, because if you're impatient in this game, you're going to make bad decisions. Very bad decisions, all right? You do not want to make the bad decisions, because you're putting your money at risk. So when you are making bad decisions, you're going to lose all of your money, and you're going to start over again and start over again. There's so many guys that I've talked to multiple times, and they have to start over again, and then start over again, and then again, because they keep doing the same exact things over and over, and they keep failing at it, all right? These are just key tips, guys, to how you're going to be able to stay not going broke when it comes to sports betting, preserve your bankroll, and actually enjoy yourself. And with a little help, you can actually make money doing that. All right? Now, if you guys want my help, like I always tell you, go down in the description and book a call, so that way I can teach you guys how to do this at a high level, so that way you're not losing money every single time you are betting with the sports books. All right, guys, as always, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I will see everybody next time. Till then, I'm out.